My next guest is a congressman who represents the 16th District of Illinois. Please welcome Congressman Adam Kinzinger. Have a seat.
Thank you.
How's Illinois doing? I lived there for 11
cold.
years and I loved it.
Yeah, what part?
I lived in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody lives in Chicago except for, everybody in my district, but they think it's Chicago because anything north of I-80, they just assume. But it's a little chilly there right now.
Well, we don't have a lot of Republicans come on the show.
Well, I'm glad I could be one.
And I'm always grateful.
I don't know what I'm saying now.
No, I really like come let us be reasonable together.
Yeah, I agree.
People think that people can't talk reasonably anymore, but I think we can.
Yeah.
Make you deal? Reasonable
Yeah,
talk?
deal.
Reasonable talk.
I agree.
Okay, all right. Now,
We need more of that.
let's talk about some of the things that happened in Congress today. Your friends over in the Senate voted on the resolution whether to deny the president the emergency declaration. It was 59-41, so it's going to go to him for his first veto, which he says he's going to give. What do you make of the rationale of your fellow Republicans, 12 of whom sided with the Democrats to vote against this resolution? What do you think of their rationale?
I think it's fine. I mean, I think people have to go through this issue of a national emergency and whether the national emergency law was meant to include something like this, people that have concerns with where the money comes from. So everybody has to make a decision. I went down, when I went and saw the border, when I went down on the border, I went down neutral. And when I came back, I was convinced that this is a national emergency. So I don't fault anybody that thinks any differently.
You were actually deployed there as a member of the military because you were called up in Illinois. There you are. You're still a reservist in the, there you go, National Guard pilot.
Thank you.
This is from the 2019 Sexy Congressman calendar,
Yeah, there you go.
So
January.
What about it seemed like an emergency to you on the border? Because the president himself said, I didn't need to do this.
Yeah.
That's sort of the definition of not an emergency to me.
Yeah, so I went down there, and first off, I'll say this. It was just an immigration issue. I don't think it would rise to a national emergency. But what I saw in terms of drugs, in terms of human trafficking, really, the cartels in Mexico make money on two products: trafficking humans and trafficking drugs. And those are the biggest things we have to fight, and that is coming across over the border. So I look at that and say, when you have coyotes, who are these guides from the cartel, bringing people and abandoning them in the middle of the desert if they hear a chopper blade or they hear a motor, and leaving people out, in essence, to die. There's 200 people that are found dead in the deserts of Arizona every year. That's not compassion. Compassion to me is to have a secure border and then ultimately say, let's work together to have a generous immigration system that is welcoming and opening and open to people. And let's take the people that are here illegally. We're not going to deport them. Let's just be straight up about that. So let's get a pathway to legalization so that they can become Americans themselves. And I
that's
think
not the most popular. That's not the most popular opinion in your party. That gets people in a lot of trouble for saying that.
Well, it could, yeah. But I'll tell you, I think honestly, if we did this 80% of the American people would support it. We just can't get past our corners. Everybody's in their corner. We can't give the other side a win, and that's the problem with politics.
Now, okay, but politics is, it is jockeying for power and often jockeying to maintain your power. How do you think you can get to some sort of centrist behavior? Are there centrists? Are you a centrist?
I would consider myself, yeah. I'm a conservative, but I'm willing to work with everybody. I want to get things.
You voted with the president 93% of the time, so that seems like you're. No, it's so fun. I'm just curious. Is that centrist? Like that it's not 100%?
I consider myself a conservative, but I think when I lolook at it's people that are willing to work together to govern. Now,
Who are the Democrats
together to govern.
With? Who are the Democrats you most like to work with?
There's a lot of good ones. You think of Seth Moulton.
Would you let your daughter marry one? That's what I want to know.
If I had a daughter, probably.
Okay, all right, okay.
No, but here, actually, this is a dirty little secret in Washington. We all actually get along really well. I mean, unfortunately, we don't show that to the cameras, because whenever we're on the cameras, it's a debate, right?
Everybody?
And so it looks like
get along?
Nah, I mean, there's some people I don't like, but, that's just personal.
Does it rhyme with Fed Cruz? We have to take a little bit of a break. Please stay. We'll be right back, because when we come back, I'm going to grill him over something. I don't know. Come on back.